Hello to dear all my students. Welcome back to the channel Sonakshi at Neat Biology World. Today's topic of discussion is the phylum Colenterata or Cnidaria. Now why it is called Colenterata? In this organism, the body cavity which is present is called colenteron. That's why it is called Colenterata. And a special feature or special cells which is present in this organism is called Cnidoblast. That's why they are called Cnidarians. So we will discuss that. So Colenteron and Cnidoblast is the unique feature you will find in this phylum. So let's discuss by subheading. Habit. So what is the habit of the colenterids? Colenterids, they are sessile, means fixed in a position, or free swimming. Free swimming. Actually, later we will know that they have two body forms, polyp and medusa. Polyp form is sessile, means fixed in a position. They cannot move from one place to another place. But free swimming, they can change their place. Okay. Habit. They are solitary, or some are solitary, or some are colonial, means they can stay in group or in a single. Coming to habitat, all are aquatic. I mean they are staying in water. Mostly they are marine. But there is the example of freshwater cnidarian, which is nothing but hydra. Hydra is the freshwater cnidarian. Coming to level of organization, they will have tissue level of organization. We know that colenterids and ctenophorans, they have tissue level of organization, and they are diploblastic, means they have only two germ layer, ectoderm and endoderm. Symmetry, they are radially symmetrical, means body is divided by many planes to get the two equal halves. Now coming to body wall. Suppose this is the polyp form. So polyp form is the sessile form. This is the polyp form of a cnidarian. Now they have tentacles. And they will have one opening which is act as mouth and act as anus. This opening is called hypostome. Okay, what does it call? Hypostome. This will act, I'll write down here, act as mouth and anus. And the cavity where the digestion will occur, it is called gastrovascular cavity, or it is also called colenteron. Okay. Now we are discussing about body wall. The outer body wall is called epidermis. Okay, epidermis. And the inner body wall which surrounds the colenteron is called gastrodermis. Okay, gastrodermis. And in between two, there will be a jelly-like substance which is called mesoglia. Okay, it is non-cellular. But epidermis and gastrodermis, they are cellular. In gastrodermis, there will be glandular cell present. Glandular cell. What is the function? It can secrete enzymes so that there will be extracellular digestion in the cavity. Then sensory cells are also present. Here in epidermis, the special cells, so epithelial cells will be there, epithelial cells will be there, plus there will be a special cell which is called Cnidoblast. By the help of Cnidoblast, they can sting. Okay, and this Cnidoblast structure we will discuss later. So body is basically made up of, wall is made up of 3 layers. Outer one epidermis, inner one gastrodermis, and in between two there will be mesoglea. In gastrodermis, glandular cells, sensory cells are present. In epidermis, epithelial cells, Cnidoblast is present. And in mesoglea, it is the jelly-like substance, okay, which is present in between two. Okay, coming to next one, which is called polyp and medusa. Actually, they are in their life cycle. The polyp form, they have two forms. The polyp form, it is the sessile form which can produce the medusa form by the asexual reproduction, and medusa will take part by sexual reproduction. It can produce the polyp. So polyp will take part in asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction means by fission, like budding, fragmentation. So in these 3 ways, they can produce the medusa. Medusa is actually free swimming, and the classic example of medusa is jellyfish. Jellyfish or Aurelia, they only have medusa form. They don't have the polyp form. And Adamsia, they have the polyp form. They don't have the medusa form. But some of the organism like Obelia, they have both the form. And in Obelia, the polyp will produce medusa and medusa will produce polyp by sexual reproduction. We know that sexual reproduction means production or by gametes, right? Means by sperm and ovum. So there will be fertilization, zygote formation. Zygote will develop to larva, larva to then polyp. So here, so polyp and medusa form. Polyp and medusa. We know that what are the difference between that? Difference is polyp is sessile, medusa is free swimming. In polyp, it is mouth upwardly directed, and for medusa, mouth downwardly directed. Polyp will take part in asexual reproduction, right? Asexual reproduction. And medusa will take part in sexual reproduction. So polyp produce medusa sexually, and medusa produce polyp as sexually. This alternation of generation is called metagenesis. Okay, so what does it called? Metagenesis. This here we can see the polyp form and medusa form. Both will have the tentacle, both will have the mouth, which is called hypostome, right? Mouth is also called hypostome. They will have gastrovascular cavity, which is called colenterata, right? Then inner one is called gastrodermis, the body wall, and outer one is epidermis. This is the body stalk which is present in polyp, and in medusa there will be some tentacles which will be there downwardly. Coming to next one, very important. Next one, the presence of cnidocytes or nematocytes. Where it is present, I told that in epidermis of tentacles. Okay, in the epidermis of tentacles, cnidocytes are present. Cnidocyte, the name of the cell is cnidocyte or cnidoblast or nematocyte or nematoblast. So this nematoblast contain stinging organ. What does it called? Nematocyst. That organ is called nematocyst. That is called nematocyst. So here you can see the structure of the tentacles, and the blue cell is nematoblast. You can see the blue cell here, and inside the blue cell there will be a stinging organ. That stinging organ is called nematocyst. You can see here. And a yellow thread is coiled around the nematocyst. So when there will be any requirement like capture of prey, defense, anchorage, that nematocyst will come out and it will throw its thread around the prey, or for anchorage or for defense. So for defense, what will it do? In this nematocyst there will be toxins present, and this thread is actually tube thread. So through that tube thread it will inject the toxin into the prey or into the object. So here there are three functions, very important, three functions of nematocyte. Three functions. It is given in NCERT also, three functions. What are those functions? First is anchorage. Second is defense. And third is capture of prey. Okay. So this is the feature which is present exclusively in cnidarians. Coming to next one, nutrition. As I told, the nutrition will be extracellular. Extracellular means in the gastrovascular cavity, or intracellular means the lining cellular. The lining or in the gastrodermis there will be some cells which can engulf the food particle and it will digest into food vacuole. So intracellular means by food vacuole. I'll write here vacuole. Extracellular means in gastrovascular cavity, okay, or body cavity. Coordination. Nerve here, it is present as network. That's why it is called nerve net. Okay, nerve net present. And there is a balancing organ which we can found only in the medusa form, which is called statocyst. Statocyst is present, which is a balancing organ, because medusa form is free swimming, so they need kind of balancing. This statocyst will help in balancing. Asexual reproduction by three ways: by fission. Fission means by any plane or transfer or longitudinal plane, the organism will divide into two, and each part will make the new organism. That is called fission. Second one, by fragmentation. Fragmentation means the body will be broken down into pieces. If it is broken down into pieces, then from each piece there will be generation of new organism or new cnidarians. So here this is also called power of regeneration, right? Power of regeneration. Coming to third one, by budding. Budding, we know the bud-like structure which will appear on the surface of the body, it will detach from the body and make a new organism. So that is called budding. So bud-like structure like hydra's budding, right? Coming to sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, they are mostly unisexual, but some are bisexual, means hermaphrodite. Unisexual means sexes are separate, male and female are present. Bisexual means in the same body there will be female and male reproductive organs. Coming to fertilization. Fertilization mostly external, but some in few there will be internal fertilization. Development is indirect through larva. Okay, so this is all about the cnidarians. Okay, so coming to, let's have some example. Now, as I told that I want to give you very important information that first of all, polyform is only present, only polyform, okay, present only where example is Adamsia. Adamsia is also called sea anemone, hydra, okay, and medusa present, only medusa, there will be no polyp. Medusa present only in jellyfish or Aurelia, and both present, polyp and medusa present where? In Obelia. Okay, these are the examples. Now see the picture. By the help of the picture, you can easily recall the name of the organism. First one is called Physalia. The common name of Physalia is Portuguese man of war. This can release the neurotoxin and it is very much harmful for the body. Coming to Adamsia. Adamsia is also called, the common name is sea anemone. You can see this one is Adamsia, okay. It is present on the surface of a snail, okay, right. So this is not snail actually, this is the exoskeleton of snail which is acquired by a crab. This crab is called hermit crab. Sea anemone will have an association with hermit crab, means they can benefit each other. Okay, how? That sea anemone will have stinging capsule, so it will protect the hermit crab from the predator. Okay, and this sea anemone, how we will get benefit? So hermit crab can move from one place to another place. So the sea anemone will get the different source of food by the help of or by the changing place. So this type of association is present in sea anemone and crab. Hermit crab, not all crab. This type of crab is a soft shell crab. So they are in an association. That's why I have given this picture. Okay. Coming to Mindrina. Mindrina, you can see it looks like brain. That's why it is called brain coral. Okay, coming to, it is like pen, it is called sea pen, penna tula. Coming to, this one is like fan, that's why it is called sea fan. And the famous one, all we know, it is the medusa form of which one? Aurelia, which is called jellyfish. It is also called moon jelly. Okay, moon jelly. Now another important point I want to give, that this some of the cnidarians can produce exoskeleton. Calcareous exoskeleton means it is made up of calcium carbonate, and this exoskeleton is called corals. Okay, so corals are the calcareous exoskeleton. Calcareous means made up of calcium carbonate of some cnidarians. Okay, we know about coral reefs. So whenever these cnidarians will die, this calcareous exoskeleton will be there for a long time, and that can make a reef which is called coral reefs. Now here let's see what is given in the NCERT. Now in NCERT they have given the polyp and medusa form. This is Adamsia, sea anemone. It is the jellyfish. In Adamsia only polyp form is present. In jellyfish there will be only the medusa form. You can see the difference between that polyp and medusa I have already discussed. Let's say, so they are saying they are aquatic, mostly marine, freshwater cnidarian hydra. Sessile or free swimming, radially symmetrical, all we discussed. Cnidaria derived from the Cnidoblast, right? We have already discussed Cnidoblast. Cnidoblast, right? So here cnidocytes or cnidoblast, which contains the stinging capsule, which is called as nematocyst, present in the tentacles, right? So cnidoblasts are used for three purposes: anchorage, very important, defense, and capture of prey, right? Very, very important. Cnidarians exhibit tissue level and they are diploblastic. They have a central cavity, mouth on hypostome. The opening is called hypostome. Digestion is extracellular and intracellular, right? It will be there in the gastrovascular cavity as well as in the cell. Some of the cnidarians, corals, example corals, have skeleton composed of calcium carbonate, right? Corals have skeleton composed of calcium. Cnidarians exhibit two basic forms, polyp and medusa. The former are sessile cylindrical. We have already explained the alternation of generation, which is called metastasis, where polyp produces medusa asexually and medusa produce polyp sexually. Okay, we have already discussed an example, classic example, Obelia. Okay, so this is the next, they have given the example. So all, I think with the help of this lecture you will have a very good concept of the phylum Colenterata or Cnidaria. The name of the phylum is Colenterata Cnidaria. The name of the organism is Colenterata or Cnidarians. Okay, so you will get all the details, and it is very, very helpful to explain NCERT as well. So I hope this will help you a lot for your NEET exam. Thank you once again. If you like the video, please share and subscribe. Okay, See you in the next video.